Turning around, my isolation vanished. 6 suits. Dad, can you be quiet? I'm trying to read.
Sorry.
Sorry about that, son. Well, anyway, back to business. Not that kind of business. My name is Matthew, and I'm from GodKid Gaming, here today talking to you about The Calling, a game produced by Mere Pursuit and created by Wesley Cone. This is a solo-intended roguelike game that can also expand for up to 4 players. You are running from the suit. All of the components that I'm showing you today are for demonstration purposes only and may not reflect the final production copy of The Calling. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to show you the setup for a solo configuration. First, choose an occupation. There are 3 pre-generated occupations: Skyrunner, Market Inspector, and Philanthropist, or, if you're feeling spicy, go ahead and make a custom character following the instructions at the top of the card. Here's an example of a Skyrunner setup where I've chosen Shadow as my ability. The game starts with you and the suit in the market. The goal of the game is to get through all 5 rounds with the most points. Going through the alley, you collect points by taking side alleys which are marked by yellow lines on the board. To start the game, follow turn order. Step 1, movement roll. Roll your d6 and add your speed stat. For this example, I've rolled a 5. My speed is a 9, 9 and 5 equal 14, so my character will be able to move 14 spaces. So I'm going to move my pawn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 through that yellow line, collecting 1 XP, 6, 7, 8, 9, collecting another XP, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Not quite far enough to get that last XP, but I'm also in a side alley, so I've collected 2 XP. I'm going to go ahead and update my player board. One thing I appreciate about the Calling's board is down the side alleys, which are very winding, there are dots placed along the paths. These dots represent 5 spaces. Based on my roll of 14, I know that I can move forward 2. There is the yellow line for the side alley. Then I can add 5 to that, which would be 7. Then I could add 5 more to that, which would go to 12. And that would allow me to have 2 more movement to go ahead and get that 5 XP and go back 1 space. Or I could continue on down the alley, giving the suit a good chance to catch up with me because I've got nowhere to go. My movement ended in a side alley, and my character has Shadow. Shadow says, if you are in a side alley at the end of movement, you may roll a player die before rolling for an encounter. If you roll a 1 or 6, gain 1 XP and do not roll for an encounter. For this example, we'll just say I rolled a 2 and I'm not going to get any special bonus from the Shadow ability. After you've moved your character, move to step 2 for the encounter roll. Roll a d6 and then follow what the encounter roll summary says. In this example, I rolled a 2. That means I'm going to have a river guide sighting where I may choose either A or B. A is a boost. I gain 1 speed or defense on the corresponding track, or B, I can refresh and gain 3 HP on the HP track. So far, I haven't been attacked by the suit, so I'm going to go ahead and choose A and gain 1 defense. Because I ended in a side alley, the game states that no reward or retreat can happen. However, all negative things like rolling a 3 and hitting a trap can still happen. So, end your movement step wisely. After your encounter roll, you move to step 3, where you can complete a level up action. In this step, you take your XP, which also functions as your points, and make in-game purchases. Let's say for this example, I have 4 XP. I'm going to use 3 XP for option B, upgrade, and increase my defense by 1. This will leave me with 1 XP that I could use for option A, rest. But I haven't lost any HP, so I will bank the XP for future turns or for more points at the end of the round. After step 3, you would move to the turn end. Now, this is my first move, so technically we should skip this, but for the purposes of this video, I'll go ahead and demonstrate what this turn looks like. Take a d6 for the suit, roll it, and move him that many steps. The suit will chase you in the most direct route, not taking any side alleys unless you occupy a side alley. The nice thing about a roguelike game is it ends when you want it to, and the calling is no different. You can play over the course of 5 rounds, accruing as many points as you want, and even having those points carry over into further games to really reach level 10 and become a sky captain if you're able to. Or you can jump into that flux at any time. Remember, this was just a brief overview. There is so much more depth to this game that happens while you're playing, so it doesn't feel overwhelming. This is a roguelike, yes, but it is accessible and extremely enjoyable as a solo player, or even for up to 4 players, where you play cooperatively while keeping your own individual points. Finally, I'd like to give a thank you to Mere Pursuit and Wesley Cone for sending me The Calling. They have not asked me to say anything about this game other than give my honest opinion, and for a roguelike board game, this is one that I will continue to come back to. Thank you so much for watching. This is Matthew with God Kid Gaming.